being faced with the H-1B visa. But I have with me right now Mr. Matbar Singh Negi, who is a former United Nations staffer, who is joining us on the broadcast as we of course take a look at this decision that has been taken by the US President. So thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast. Firstly, of course, I would like to ask, what are your thoughts? How do you view this decision? How do you view its impact that is expected?
Well, thank you. It's very late here in New York, New Jersey area, 12 midnight. I think 10, 15 past midnight. I don't have the clock in front of me, but yeah. So first of all, I'm not going to talk in favor of this immigration ecosystem, or especially H-1B visa. I'm not going to talk against this or in favor of this. I'm just going to help with the information that we have on hand, because the executive order signed by the president was only late in the evening, and we came to know a couple of hours, maybe 2 hours before this. So this might help somebody who is already in India on H-1B visa. So it's, and I'll give you one example. We alerted somebody who was on H-1B visa there, and we alerted him because he was sleeping, right? So we alerted him. He got up around 6, 7 o'clock. We told him that this is the condition. So he was a very smart guy. He booked the flight. He fortunately got a ticket on Virgin Atlantic from Delhi to JFK via London. I don't know how much he paid. You can imagine, last minute. So he is boarding the flight right now. Hopefully he makes it to JFK. His estimated time of arrival at JFK is 9:20 p.m. tomorrow. If his flight is late even by 1 hour, imagine it takes like 45 minutes to 1 hour to get off the plane and go to the immigration. He will probably in trouble, because 2359 tomorrow is the deadline. So if he lands around 10, 10:30, he may not make it up to 2359 hours to the immigration desk. So I don't know if he will be in a trouble, but I hope everything is good and he comes on time. So that's the example I just wanted to give to alert those people who are in India. They should make all arrangements. By all means, please try to come back to United States of America if you are on H-1B visa. By tomorrow, Sunday, 2359 hours Eastern time, New York time. Okay, it's not Pacific, it's Eastern time. That's very clear. So they should come back. Otherwise, starting midnight tomorrow, that's 1201 hours on 21st. That will be midnight tomorrow, Sunday. That's $1 lakh fee, which is like 8.8 million rupees. That they need to see that payment, and then only the H-1B visa holder will be allowed entry in the US. So that's very, very important. I wanted to make this a very strong point at the beginning itself. Now, about the spouses, H-4 is the spouse visa. There's no mention of H-1-4, but my advice would be, by the way, I'm not an attorney. I'm just trying to help through your channel, the viewers that are in India, especially, to take these actions. If you are on H-4, I think you should also come back, even though there's no mention. But the way H-1 visa and the whole immigration ecosystem is happening these days in US, please take all precautions. So you should also come back if you are on H-4. But H-1B, it's clearly written that tomorrow is the deadline, midnight is the deadline tomorrow. So otherwise, you will have to show the payment receipt for $1 lakh, 88 lakh rupees, 8.8 million rupees. Now, this is one information that I got through our WhatsApp groups. And the other information I just want to briefly touch upon. Again, I don't know if this information came from attorney. Even attorneys are trying to interpret this executive order now, because it's too soon for anyone to come to any conclusion. But even if this comes from attorney office, you should check with your attorney or your HR department of the company. And probably that will happen only on Monday, because now it's weekend. So the very important thing that I mentioned is H-1B applicant who are outside US, whether they are visiting India or they are visiting their friends in Dubai, Australia, Singapore, anywhere. If they are outside US, tomorrow is the deadline, midnight is the deadline to come back. Otherwise, they have to pay $1 lakh. Now, any new applicant in India applying for H-1B, obviously the new fees is this $1 lakh or 8.8 million rupees. So far, it used to be like 2 lakh, 3 lakh rupees, varies, around that figure. But now it's going to be $1 lakh dollars for the new applicants. There's no doubt in that. The current visa holders, H-1B visa holders, who are in the US, now it's for US, who are working in US, they should stay in US till the time things are clear. They should not travel because there's a risk always. So please be in US if you are on H1, whether you have stamped or you have no stamping, but you are H1B approved and you are working, stay put in USA. Don't go out. It's not clear, but most likely the $100,000 visa is not going to be applicable for them. The current visa holders, H-1B visa holders who have a valid H-1B visa and stamped on their passport, if they want to re-enter US, as I said, by tomorrow they should. Otherwise, again, it's not again clear, but most likely they will also be charged $1 lakh fee to re-enter. The current H-1B visa holder traveling for new visa stamp. Now, by the way, last week there was another rule that you cannot take appointment for stamping of your H-1B visa on your passport other than your country. Meaning that if you are Indian passport holder, you are not getting appointment in Delhi or Chennai or Mumbai, Hyderabad, so you can take it somewhere, Jakarta, Singapore, Nepal, or elsewhere. But that rule is gone. Now you have to take appointment for stamping of your H-1 visa in your country of not country of residence, but country of your passport. If you are Indian passport holder, you have to go back to India to get the appointment and get your passport stamped. So if you are going to take appointment in India going forward for the visa stamping, possibly, it's not again clear, but possibly, most likely, you will be charged $1 lakh fee. And then if you are abroad and transferring to a new employer, again, possibly, it's not clear, but possibly you will be charged $1 lakh fee. If you are filing for extension, as you mentioned, it's initially for 2 years, 3 years, and then can be extended up to 6 years. If you are filing for extension, possibly, again, it's not clear, you will be charged $1 lakh fee. If you are H-1B visa with approved EB-1, I-40, and are in the US, stay in the US, you are not going to be charged $1 lakh fee. And if you are EB-1, 140 approved, and traveling abroad for stamping, again, there are chances. Most likely you will be charged $1 lakh fee. So the bottom line is anyone trying to get in US on first time getting on H-1B visa, there's no doubt in that person will have to pay $1 lakh fee. And other categories who have been in US are traveling or are still in US. This is what I tried to explain what information we have. So the bottom line is try to be in the US till everything is clear. Attorneys are able to interpret, your HR department is able to interpret this rule. So you should stay put in US. And if you are in India on these categories, try to get back to US by tomorrow. So I just gave you the example of one person who was sleeping and we, sent him the message, called him, and then he said, what's happening? What's up? And then this is what it is. And he was smart. He booked the flight and he's already on the flight and he'll be here, hopefully. If his flight is delayed by 1 hour or 1 hour, 30 minutes, again, he's likely to be in trouble.
Much for joining us and you've just gone through the details of the entire thing and given a very overall perspective for our viewers as well. So thank you for joining us. I'm also right now being joined by Mr. Ravi Karkara, who's the co-founder